Brother, I have something I wanna ask you about, and I don't want to get you in trouble because I think you train at the man's academy, and I'm sure you know him. But Patrick Mouratoglou, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to ask this in the most positive way I can do it. So you hear things about him from people, and it's like not really a good coach. He's just a really good marketer. He's a really good businessman. And then you would see him have his Instagram page, and he would do the coaching tips. Sometimes I'll agree and think that's smart. Sometimes I'll disagree and think I don't really understand what he's talking about there. But okay, this is the possible way to ask this. What do you think his strengths are as a coach if you ever spend time with him on the court? What is he good at?
Well, I'd say the most important thing, I mean, the most obvious thing, like the way, like he can make you understand things very easily. I
Okay.
think that's like his biggest quality. Is just like he knows how to get his point across very
Okay.
clearly, and I think that's what makes him good. Obviously, like he's I mean, he's a great, like he's like he knows how to sell things, how to do things. Like he kind of knows how to yeah, like as I said, like make you understand things. And I haven't spent that much time on court with him,
Okay.
but like he's been in a couple of practices. But like I like the way like some of the things he said, but like as you said before, also like some of the things he posts, like you agree with, some of the things he posts you don't agree with. But I feel like that's the kind of thing with like a lot of coaches though. Like not every coach can be like 100% like correct
Yeah.
about every single thing that they teach. So it's like there's both sides to it, but I think he's like his biggest quality is just the way he speaks,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Because
You know,
most
it's
things you hear is people. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
no, go on.
No, the
I'll go
most
after.
things you hear about him is is people like talking bad about him. Like let's
Yeah.
say from people from the side, but
Mm.
time and time again, you see him get hired by like top players. So there
Yeah.
must be something there that he's good
Yeah.
at, unless it's some crazy marketing play where he's just in the box to sell the academy, which I don't know. But I was just curious for someone who's been, I'm sure around him enough,
Yeah.
you'd have some sort of opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like honestly, like I he's actually like off the court, like outside cameras. I really like the guy. He's a very nice guy. He's very genuine. Like he's a good guy. But it's just like I feel like he's kind of gained like kind of like a negative reputation, I'd say, like in the media and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that he has something to say, like some good things to give to players, and I think that's the reason why he does get like, let's say, hired by the big names, and like
Mm-hmm.
he does get into the boxes of big players. I think he does have some things to say. So yeah, for sure. Like
We should
he's
interview this
he's
guy
yeah.
then. Yeah,
Bro, what I'm hearing is
we,
like, we had the Talent Greeks for episode, and we had the clip we posted on Instagram about him talking about
Mm,
feel and how feeling good, like feeling the ball and stuff doesn't matter.
hmm.
And our old coach Taylor Dent used to say this to us all the time. So I sent him the clip, and I said, I feel like I heard this somewhere before. And Taylor responded and said, I told my wife all the time I feel like my information is really good, but I actually feel like I'm a terrible coach. So I asked him how come, and he said, mostly I find myself explaining something to a parent or a player, they understand and agree, and then they do what they wanted to do all along anyway. So that is the opposite of what you're describing. It's like that's just a huge component of coaching, is to get someone to
Yeah,
buy into what you're saying and to get them to understand and then implement it into their game. And that's the
yeah.
reality is that's coaching. Like that's as long
That
as
is
you get
coaching.
them,
Yeah,
as long as you get the reaction from the player and the result that you want, that's all that matters. So you can have all the information and
exactly.
all the good stuff in the world. And if you can't get across to the player, then what's the point? That's what coaching is
I
all about,
agree.
really.
And also, I think like sometimes like it's not necessarily, let's say, the most important thing to have like the coach with the most experience or the coach who's achieved the most in his playing career or whatever. Because it's like sometimes let's say, they don't know how to get the point across, or they don't know as a person. Like, for example, uh. Like one of the coaches in my team, Carl, like he's a very good friend of mine, and like he's like 29 years old, so he doesn't have like any like, let's say, like high end like coach experience or whatever, but he just like kind of knows how to get to me, knows how to tell me things, and like kind of just like knows me as a person, and just like whatever he wants to say, he knows how to say it, and I listen to him. And I think that's the most important thing between a player and a coach, is just like the common understanding, and just like knowing how to communicate with each other was like understanding. Otherwise, it's just like coach can say one thing, player understand it one way, and then actually
Yeah.
doesn't agree with it, and then just like both think they're doing the right thing, and actually just a complete disaster. So it's
Yeah.
just like yeah.
And by the way,
Underrated
before
as
we continue,
well.
I disagree with you, Taylor. By the way, not that you're watching, but I disagree. He's a great coach. So go on.
Yes, I agree with that as well. But I think underrated as a coach as well is someone who's able to give somebody else confidence or make them
Mm,
feel calm in stress situations. Because a lot of
for sure.
times when it's friggin' match point down in a third set tiebreak or it's 4-all 15-30, you're returning trying to break serve in a third set. A lot of times it's not information that's gonna help you in that moment. Sometimes it's just
Yeah,
comfort or it's confidence in a
I
choice
agree.
you already want to make.
I
So I
agree.
think a lot of times it's looking to that friend or that coach that's that confidant who's gonna make you trust yourself in that moment. I think is crazy underrated. So that relationship is also important. So maybe he has no clue what he's talking about, but he makes you feel good before you play a big point. Pause.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, he knows what he's talking about, but yeah, I agree with him. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Not about him specifically. I'm just talking about any coach in
Yeah,
general.
yeah,
Like
no,
they,
for sure. But
yeah,
also, like one thing I say, giving player confidence is, I think, one of the biggest qualities as a coach. If you can achieve that, and I think I mean, I agree with you completely. I think it's a very underrated quality. Like, it's not even. Some would say it's one of the most important things. At
yeah,
the end of the day, you want your player to be confident on court and then to believe in themselves. So it's like when that happens, results
yeah,
come. So I mean, yeah, what
yeah.
else is there to say?
That's
That's
it.
true. Thanks for watching this clip. If you want to watch the full episode, the link is in the description down below.